Hi everyone, it's Renee here with today's Christmas magic message. Today's message is about Christmas gifts. Okay, so we're going to look at this from a couple of different perspectives. But first of all, if you're new to the series, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So let's talk about Christmas gifts. Where do you think they actually came from? Well, one of the notions is through the nativity story about the birth of Jesus. So the three wise men, or the Magi, brought Jesus gifts to celebrate the birth of the king. So do you know what the actual gifts were called though? Have a guess. So it was gold, frankincense and myrrh. So these are popular and important affluent gifts of the day. But think about what you want for Christmas. Now, we're going to look at this from a couple of different perspectives because, some people feel that they've got to want things that are, unimportant, or they've got to want things that show that they're humble and all that sort of thing, or they feel like they're not allowed to want things. So there's nothing wrong with wanting things or experiences to enjoy in life. There's nothing wrong. But be clear on what's driving you. So here's an example. If you want a Ferrari and you really enjoy fine motoring and you love excellence in cars and you love that sensation of acceleration and you can afford reasonably a Ferrari, then there's nothing wrong with having a Ferrari. If, however, you have to sell one of your children to buy a Ferrari to impress people you don't like, to win friends and approval, that's coming from a not so healthy motivation. So be clear on your why. Now here's a bonus tip. Every single thing you desire in life, you want because you think you will feel better from having it. So rather than think about what you want, think about the feelings you want to experience, because after all, the human experience is a feeling experience. So here's a couple of examples. Let's take, a really nice house. So lots of people want a really nice house to live in that they own. But there could be a range of different motivations. So if you want the house, one person might want it because they really enjoy family and they want to have lots of space to have lots of social gatherings there. The tinsel's making me a bit itchy. And another person might want the really nice house because they enjoy beauty and ambience and just having lots of space to themselves. They might not like to share the house with anyone. And then someone else might want the house because they want something really nice to impress people. It's a sign of prestige, or there's that sense of personal financial security, right? So lots of different reasons why people want the same thing, which is why it's important to focus on your why, which is always a feeling. So we're going to do 3 exercises today. So the first list you're going to write down is everything you absolutely want. Go nuts. Material, not material, the Ferrari, the handbag, the bungee jumping experience, the trip to the Maldives, whatever it is, like hold nothing back. Absolutely go nuts. Money's unlimited, options are unlimited if it's something that doesn't even exist in the world. It's unlimited. So start with that list and just keep going and ask yourself, what else? And I'll tell you why. I did this exercise once for myself where I thought, if I had millions and millions of dollars, what would I want? And I wrote this list. And as I was writing this list, I started to feel what I call the gratitude shame. And what that is, it's like when we feel like, I really should be thinking of other people and all this sort of stuff. And I shouldn't want nice things and all that sort of stuff. And look, there's nothing wrong with being generous to others, but it's like one of those things, until we fill our own cup, we've got nothing to give anyone else. So when I did this list and I talked myself out of the gratitude shame and I just kept writing down all the things I want, when I got to the end, when the absolute feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment, just from writing the list, I didn't even have any of these things. And to be honest, I probably didn't even want half of them, but when I felt that sense of satisfaction, I had an aha moment, and it was my scholarship program, which I'm hoping to design for my coaching business, which is a scholarship program for young girls and young women learning to speak up for themselves. Okay, because I wasn't a confident person and was really shy and struggled to, speak up for myself in a lot of different situations. And so when I truly satisfied all my desires just by writing that list, that was the insight that came to me, which was really exciting. So it might be that when you get to the end of your list, you might have a similar experience. You might get that insight of like, well, maybe you'd like to donate to a charity, or, you know, pay for someone's shopping one day, or take someone out for a meal, whatever it is, or just even be generous with your time, you know, if finances aren't as abundant as you'd like them to be at the moment. So that's the first list. So you're writing your list, what everything you desire for yourself, big, small, you know, unlimited, and feel that sense of satisfaction. The next list is the list of things you love for other people in your circle, your friends, your family, your colleagues, you know, all the things that you think they would desire, or even things that you would think would make their life a little bit different or a bit better, a bit happier, just to bring a bit of joy. Also be a bit careful with this one too, because sometimes what you think someone else needs isn't actually what they need. You know, sometimes the how is not your job, and you can come back and make it general. And so you want that person to feel peace and happiness and to feel safe and secure. And if it ends up being material things, that's completely fine as well. So that's the second list, the people in your circle. The third list are the things that you want for the world. Okay, so you might think of things like more peace, plenty of food for everyone, connection and harmony between people and countries, better environmental conditions, animal conservation, preservation, even just get crazy with ideas. Maybe there's a technology or something that, you know, works globally that everyone gets access to, or more education for people. Go absolutely nuts. And just enjoy this wonderful feeling of just dreaming, because that's where you start manifesting. Manifesting starts with the imagination. Imagination, you know, means the word to image, to imagine, to visualize. And the second important part of manifesting is also having the feeling, that sense of joy, even before that thing manifests, or whatever feelings that you want to experience. So that's all for today's video about the grown-up Christmas list, and just really enjoy, because the art of giving really is the greatest joy. And here's a bonus tip too. Buy a present for yourself, wrap it up and put it under the tree, and also write yourself a card. You know, write yourself a Christmas card that, you know, celebrates everything that you've come through this year, you know, big or small, and just, you know, open that on Christmas Day as a beautiful gift to yourself. Okay. Take care, Merry Christmas, and may your days be merry and bright. Bye now.